in conversation with Srini Udayagiri, who is an investment director at People Capital. Srini, first, thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Srini, if I can start off by asking you to define your role at People.
I'm one of the senior resources at People Capital. As you know, People Capital is one of the early growth financial investor in India. We've been investing in India for the last close to 14 years. And as a part of a senior member in the team, my role is in terms of identifying the opportunities for investments and be as a part of the team to create the value post-investment and take it to the logical stakeholder value creation in the company.
What's the size of your investment like in overall?
Across the 3 pools of capital, we have 3 funds. We have about $700 million under management. Obviously, 2 of those things we have invested over the last 12 odd years, and currently we are investing out of our 3rd pool of capital.
Excellent. Now, if I were to ask you, Srini, about what would be your advice for companies that are seeking PE funding, what would be your advice be?
First and foremost, I think people who are looking at a private equity or any sort of equity, one needs to understand that equity is the highest return expectation capital because of the risk associated with it. A lot of the times what we look at entrepreneurs is in terms of their passion and commitment for the business, but apart from that, realizing the importance of getting a financial partner who will provide that equity to them in terms of making that growth happen. It is not very similar to a debt financing because debt obviously comes with a different risk profile. There is a structured way of taking care of those commitments, whereas equity does provide the required rocket fuel. It is not, it's not a normal fuel, normal engine oil which gets into the things. People have to realize that it is a rocket fuel, and because of that, there is an expectations in terms of the velocity with which the company has to travel post that investments. I would say that's one commitment and advice what the companies who are trying to raise private equity should associate. They should also be very clear what they want to get out of that relationships, because private equity, all said and done, I'm as an entrepreneur, as a PE looking company, I'm inviting somebody to join my journey for a significant period of my time. It is few years. During that few years, the relationship, the frequency of looking at the growth and the commitment for making that happen is also very, very important.
So Srini, would the same apply for smaller startup companies who are looking at VC funding, not necessarily PE? Would it be a little different or would it be the same?
It will be a little more different because while I'm a larger company, and looking for a private equity sort of a commitment for me, obviously fundamentally there are few differences. I already have a platform, I already have a company operations based on which I can demonstrate why I would require the growth. Whereas there is a certain amount of a belief which I need to sell as a venture capital, somebody as an early stage entrepreneur. There is also somebody who believes in my conviction, who shades my passion and my own thinking in terms of building it for a future. There may not be a demonstrated already a track record either in terms of a product successes or client traction. So there is a thesis in terms of somebody who will believe in myself, who will believe in my passion and what I'm bringing to the thing, and brings that belief into a trust to give it that money to me for that growth to happen.
Who are people that you look up to and what qualities have you tried to imbibe from them?
So while I've been a part of the private equity industry for a fairly long time, I think at the end of the day it's also a strong business to be built. So I will look for my business leaders or people who are inspirational for me from a broader perspective of business. So while I may sound to be very similar to many other people who might have quoted these examples, in the Indian business environment today, the person whom I would really admire is Mr. Ratan Tata. Given his vision in terms of building up with a very trust and passion in an extremely transparent way in a global size, I would in an extremely varied environment. So that's one business leader really I look up to in the Indian environment. And globally, I would say it will be Mr. Steve Jobs. And for one fundamental reason, for thinking in terms of not just one steps, but many steps ahead of the technology curve, in terms of even making the consumers realize what they're missing as a product, as a solution, what they can utilize. I think these are the two people whom I admire, and if I can imbibe some of their qualities in my way looking at investments, I think that will be very, very useful.
Srini, we are here in Connect 2013. How do you think an event like Connect really helps the ecosystem?
I think it's extremely, very, very critical in terms of putting the ecosystem together, because an event like this is bringing together the partners in making the entrepreneurship and from a varied angles to come together as a team. It's just not the government, it is not just people like us who are investing in these entrepreneurs, obviously the entrepreneurs themselves, but it is much beyond that. Be it, I do believe today, academic institutions who are play a very critical role in terms of creating the next generation of entrepreneurship. Today we are seeing more and more of those incubation centers, more and more of these technology parks which are coming up, these academic research institutions, and government officials. We also need to understand and appreciate what does it mean in terms of creating the right environment. I think Connect 2003 sort of an event really brings together these various stakeholders to create a great platform to exchange those views and be collaborative in terms of making sure how they can work together to create the right environment.
So the interviews that we are having and with other business leaders, one of the ideas is also to take this to tier 2 and tier 3 cities and to colleges who would love to have people like you coming on. A system like this, what do you think of a system like this, which is using video as a platform and taking knowledge from leaders to students who are dying for knowledge, craving for knowledge?
I think it is need to be done today. As they say, world is flat. And today, for want of anything else, the technology and the infrastructure is creating the medium and creating the platform for the knowledge to be shared across. And today, I know for a fact that many of the technological institutions in India are benefited by what is happening in globally extremely well-known institutions like an MIT or a Stanford. Similarly, the business leaders, and if I want to create the next level of people coming across there, it is very important in terms of not just like people me, or even if we can go across and create these global leaders and their inspirations, how they have achieved what they have achieved in their lives. I think it will be extremely useful for the tier 2, tier 3 cities, and I would really appreciate those efforts in terms of making that happen.
One last question, Srini. What would be your advice for students to be better employable?
So I think I would sincerely advise the students today to think through in terms of the importance of not just the technical skills, but in terms of what I would say as a life survival and the soft skills. And it's extremely important for them to realize the importance of the solid 3 or 4 years as a part of their undergraduate or a graduation, what they spent on the university campus, and to make the best use of those years to create those skills in them. Because I can clearly see for myself in terms of what the skills I have got through my education, through various universities I have been part of, as well as the networks what I have developed there. I mean, I think today even for me the easiest thing is to go back and talk to my colleagues, my classmates or my seniors or people who followed me in the universities, and use their inputs, use their interesting areas where they have been made a mark for themselves, and how best I can learn from that and use those relationships.
Great. Srini, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.